some kind of contribution in any way they can. So this is my appeal to everybody this year. We're going to go through this cold weather. There will be challenges in the years to come. But I have all the confidence in the world with our marketing staff, our construction developer, and now with our media request, because that's what we're requesting, for someone to write the book, make the documentaries, and this way we use those funds, because I truly believe, as of thus far, I'm confirming this, nobody has or wants to contribute financially to this project. All right, so we need your help, and we're looking forward to you to contact.
Now we have a question in regards to the November 11th celebration for the first revolutionary veterans of the United States.
Yes.
Just touch upon that. I know last time we already spoke about what the site exactly was, but just for whoever's a new listener, maybe we just break down the four revolutionary soldiers and then how we're going to celebrate.
Okay. The whole Parting Ways project came about through a cemetery that was hidden in the woods of America's hometown, Plymouth, Mass. There lie 4 graves. Actually, it's a mystery grave. There are 5, but 4 are confirmed as Revolutionary War soldiers who fought at Bunker Hill, Lexington, with George Washington, and so on. Now, it seems like a good 10% of the soldiers that fought with George Washington were African or Native American. And at the end of the war, they were given their freedom and some land. And this is the land that we have recovered or reclaimed to petition to the town of Plymouth several years ago, and we hold the deed. Our idea, of course, is to honor the 4 men, because this was meant for them to have food and survival and sustenance from that land for their descendants and all the descendants thereon. But that's a heritage that we were cheated out of. In fact, there was 1,060 acres from what we gathered. All that was given away improperly. There was no public announcements, no town hearings. It was just given away, and I don't think that's legal, but we're not going to try to go on a negative path. We do have 27.9 acres that the town gave us, and that's what we're going to focus on. The idea of producing indoor agricultural hydroponic gardens with fresh fish farming, with not only fish, but the system filters the water, which again we're talking about clean drinking water. We also, through our marketing efforts, have made discovery of a medicinal plant that grows on Fogo in many tropical islands called tamarind. If you look at the logo that was incorporated 30 years ago with the original board, you will see it clay jars, similar to the Dead Sea Scrolls, clay jars, or the Egyptian jars, Greek jars. Jars hold very important things, especially when you're shipping and so forth. But this was a tamarind jar, and this fruit has medicinal properties, nutrient values that can detoxify the accumulated metals and poisons that we've been eating through GMO foods, preservatives, through the fluoride in the water, and whatever is falling from those chemtrails. I'm not trying to go conspiracy theory here, but it's a fact that the planet is warming and we're going through global changes. And we have all kinds of ideas and programs in our heads that could be implemented so that our survival as a people, an African American, descended through the land that these soldiers had been granted. They're not the only soldiers that fought, therefore they're not the only soldiers that had land. And these lands, to to us as sacred sites. And the probability of a town knowing that the land belonged to these forgotten patriots would probably give, out of common courtesy, some land back to the people so that they can do the same thing we're doing and emulate parting ways. Again, food is the most important issue here. Food, water. But education plays a big, big role. As we know, the Pilgrims didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The revolutionary story wasn't exactly the way we were taught in school. In fact, all of history, like I said, was embellished by those who ruled. So what we want to do is to include us, because in none of their books, in none of their universities or public school places of learning, except for in certain lodges, secret lodges, fraternal lodges, do they really know the story? And I found that 90% of them do not know the real story. How many of these people know that, for example, George Washington really didn't want to free the slaves and so forth? In fact, there was a time where there was mutinies. Thousands of people mutinied on George Washington. And he took them out there. He couldn't solve one front line, because thousands, too many. But on another front line, I think it was in Jersey front line, during the combat, they actually tried to mutiny, and he executed many soldiers, executed them on the spot for treason and cowardice and so forth. And that would never be taught in the school, that he had to kill his own people. So these stories, I can go on forever, and we're going to make it short. We're looking for you, a talented, strong, got to be courageous, because you will be a targeted individual. Nobody will believe these amazing facts. And you have to do a little research, which we'll be glad to help you with. But the point is, you are able to join and help us. And help us not go to war over some resources that we have no rights to, but resources that we do have rights to. Food that would help us so we don't have to worry about dying prematurely or catching diseases, where we can gather our most brilliant minds to help develop on the land new energy sources that I'll bring out later on, that is developing and causing a possible threat to the oil and nuclear industry. There's things coming that I can only say the future is really as bright as you make it. And I can confirm that. I'm a father of 13 children, and I cannot tell you how many children that have come from my loins. And I should have been dead, according to them. I should have been life in prison. I should have been caught up in drugs, caught up in prisons and scandal and so forth. But instead, I started a fatherhood group. I raised my children. I was a single parent for 28 years. And my experience as a Cape Verdean American, our family was never slaves. And I want to apologize to African Americans and whites and so forth, that we might not be quite black, might not be quite white, but then 90-some-odd% of America has got mixed blood. So we should get away from the race issue and just try to honor these 5,000 to 10,000 soldiers. And the sites that they're buried on is very important. So I guess that's about to answer your question.
All right. Anything else you want to say as far as about the development side of the site? And I know next spring, hopefully everything's all up and running. We're going to have these monthly gatherings where we can go and you can talk to us about that. You're not trying to have a place where it's totally cut off to the public. It's an introduction.
Right. And I want to also throw in there that we do have websites I'll mention a couple. Pardonways.org is the official website for the project. Although we're having technical difficulties on entering new data, we do have a Facebook page under Pardon Ways Museum of Afro-American Ethnicity. We also have a #1 website, www.capeverdean.net. That's one word, capeverdean.net. And in Rhode Island, we have www.rhodeislandfirstfatherhood.info. And one more thing, we just moved to a open slot on Verizon and Cox TV in Rhode Island. It's a hour show every Monday at 5 o'clock. And for the town of Providence, I should say Plantation, it's the last plantation in America. Providence Plantation is not a city, it's still a plantation. And we have a show on twice a week there on Channel 18, which is a local station, at Friday at 11 in the morning and Saturday at 9:30 in the evening. So our presence on all the internet social networks worldwide, our server for most of our full-length videos, which are blocked mostly in the United States, but you can watch them on planetcedar.com. A friend of mine in Norway runs that server. So getting information out is the game. It's all about media. As you know, TV has lost its viewers. It's trying to incorporate, even if you go buy a new TV today, you will find software in your TV is compatible to a computer. The idea that we're not aware of the technology that we're using, how we're using it, and so forth, all this stuff is already online in numerous hundreds of videos over the years to try to let you understand that you have the power and the equal balance if you use your computer instead of for games. Okay, because games and entertainment is not what a computer was created for. And we will go into that even further when you realize that that equal door that we have now is TV, really, because you can take this video and put it on your local TV station. And this is how we can spread the word. You can take your videos from your online, from YouTube and Facebook, and you can post them on our service or post them to your friends. You can get the word out there because the establishment that you're complaining about, the establishment that's about to shut down our government, the bankers that control all the corporations that we work for and industries, they're not interested in what we're doing. They have forgotten us like they've forgotten those patriots that fought in the war. And that's why you will not find no books written on any of those soldiers. And we want to be the first, and we're inviting you to join us, especially, like I said, you talented people. We need writers, developers, whatever talent you have. Have the courage. This is important. If you find yourself not having the courage to make the call or contact through the email, then your thoughts are not your own. Yes, that's the technology. Your thoughts are not your own. That's something else you'll learn. I want to thank you for any, positive comments that come this way, and for the time, Marcus, for letting me get this message out there. The contest or the search for talent is on.
All right, thank you, Mr. Barboza. We'll catch you on the next volume that we take. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So you're from Israel? Okay, I got you on video. That way I can pick out what I want. What part of Israel?
You know what a moshav is?
Yeah.
From a moshav not far from Tel Aviv.
Wow. How's everything there?
Excellent. We are here for the year, so I mean.
Oh, okay.